Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another holiday edition of your show. That's right. It's the Kickout Crew. Want to thank everybody for all the positive feedback from last week's episode. Want to thank everyone for submitting their questions. Glad we got to read them. As always, you can look us up on socials, all of them. We are Kickout Crew. Shocking. And be sure to watch videos on our Premier Streaming Network. And hey, watch the clips on YouTube and be a friend and tell a friend because we're hilarious. You know, we're onto some good stuff here. That being said, I want to welcome everyone to the episode. And I think we're going to have just a jolly good time. But hey, enough of me rambling. I'm going to kick it to Brad. So, Brad, take it away.
All right. I got a little bit of something to say, but I want Brian to put up this picture first. I just have to get this out. So, Brian. So let me tell you something.
Hey,
if you're gonna dress up for a kid's party, let's get it together a little more. We know you're part-time Carney, but in what universe is Ernie taller than Bert?
I like those striped shirts.
This is not okay. This is like I do play Santa every year, and I know I'm not the largest guy in the world, but I do it up and I put in the extra stuffings where needed. Ernie is not taller than Bert in no universe whatsoever. I just saw this online. I'm like, this is such a half-assed birthday party.
It's only because he's standing in front of him and he's behind him.
Ernie is up to like Bert's chest. Okay, Ernie is a little guy.
The eyes cut out below the eyes on the yellow one is tripping me out.
Yeah, look at the hair. Look at the hair too. At the bottom of the hair.
I didn't know they wore khaki pants. When did they start wearing khaki pants?
I think they do wear khaki. They could. I don't think we ever see the bottom half of them, do we? Isn't that where the hand goes for the puppet? Anyway, you could take that down, Brian. That bothered me. So anyway, I want to talk about lately there's been a lot of shows being canceled on TV. I want to talk about a few. First off, Heels, which I've talked about several times in this show. Excellent show, canceled after 2 seasons. Last year, there was a show called Average Joe. Average Joe was a guy that was graduating from college, and he had a choice to go 3 directions. He had a choice to go with his parents' home, with the new girl he just met, or the girlfriend kind of girl next door and go home with her. And what they did during the show was they showed you his life 3 different ways every week. Like, what if he would have gone this way? It was so well done. Even a long time ago, there was a show called Reaper where the guy actually had the powers of the Grim Reaper. Sounds stupid, but it was good. My point is this. All these shows were canceled. Why? Because the networks aren't giving everything enough time. A show like Seinfeld actually was a mid-season replacement twice. I don't know if you know that. A mid-season replacement twice. And it turned out to be one of the greatest shows of all time. Cheers, on its opening episode, had the worst ratings like out of 50, and there was only 3 channels back then, so I'm not sure how you even got to 50. And if a show like How I Met Your Mother never got good ratings until the last few seasons, but that's because the network got behind it. So why did they gain momentum? Because the network supported them, and they built them, and they moved them around in time slots. And then once they started gaining momentum, people started watching. TV needs to bring this back. I understand it's all about the dollar, but you're never going to build a show without giving it a fair opportunity. You're just going to cancel it after a season. No one's ever going to know if it was great, good, or not. You got to get the chatter going. Let's talk about, like, for wrestling. Wrestling does this. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was booed out of the building. He was, I wasn't there in Philadelphia that year. I was there the year after when he actually lost to Shinsuke, but then they booed him out of the building in Philadelphia. LA Knight is 40 years old, and he's really getting the real first big opportunity of his life. Cody Rhodes, we watched a match with Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes, and Dustin Rhodes on this show that no one cared about. Now look at them. Biggest babyface of all time. Why? Because they continue to build them. They continue to develop their characters. So I think TV nowadays has to take a page out of the wrestling world and not give up on what they know is good, especially if they felt something was good. They decided to put it on the air. Then they saw something in it. And just like Vince McMahon, Tony Khan are seeing something in these wrestlers that says, even though it may not be working now, it will work later. So that was my rant of the day. Not really a rant, just don't give up too soon on things. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got. Got a lot to bitch about.
Real quick, I looked up a picture. Bert and Ernie. Bert wears green pants. Ernie wears blue jeans.
Oh, thank God for that.
I figured I gave it enough time and I could tell you.
Maybe
You know
there's
what?
longer.
You know what, Brian? Put up that other picture if you got it handy.
Fuck it.
I don't know if he's. I told him not to do it, so now he probably doesn't know. He's like shuffling there. He's
Now
probably
we're
talking.
scrambling around.
So you see this solo cup? They actually say there's lines on it that let you know how much alcohol to put in. 12 ounces for beer, 5 ounces for wine, 1 ounce for liquor. I thought this was really cool until I found out it was a complete hoax. That's why I wasn't going to show it.
I
This
thought
is
it
never
was
the
real.
case.
Dude, that's
I've
totally
heard it is
believable,
real.
though.
But there was an interview with a guy that like is a high executive for the company that says, no, they're just ridges. But
It makes sense.
but you can still do it. Yes. But I'm not drinking wine out of this. I'm just not.
Oh, pardon me, sir.
There is something about I do like wine, and I don't necessarily need it out of like my sister. I told you about her. She drinks white wine out of white wine glasses and red wine out of red. I mean, I'm not that, but I would like to see it. I don't
What
want to
about
drink
box
it.
wine. Some
Yeah, I say my
Franzia.
wine comes out of a box. This is the South, by God.
Listen, pal, I
Franzia.
got box wine. I got 2 boxes of wine in this house.
You
I'm
ever
thinking
fun
about-
bag? You go fun bagging?
I
one
got
time
a
in
box
college.
of Fireball.
I did you do cake stands. I did a box wine stand once.
You're fun bagging. You take the bag out,
I do it every time.
slap the
I'm not-
bag, slap the bag.
Done it. So anyway, thanks for putting that up, Brian. I know you were scrambling there. You're probably talking to Eric right now. Back to you, James.
All right. Well, hey, good stuff, Brad. Really enjoyed it. You know what else I enjoy? Mike's rankings. So hey, Mike,
Oh, shit.
who's on the list this week?
Well, who do we got this week?
Anyway, how are you going to mix it up this week, right, man? Who's that I'm talking to?
I was waiting for the list to pop up. There we go.
It looks good.
Here we go.
There's
Hey,
me.
there's Brad.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
There we go.
All right, there we have it.
Okay. So as you see, right now we have Rhea Ripley ranked as number 1, Swerve Strickland number 2, Jody Hart 3, Asuka 4, Speedball Mike Bailey number 5, and The Miz number 6. This week we have Kristen, Tony Storm, Dominic Mysterio, Cody Rhodes, Becky Lynch, and Brad's pick, Logan Paul.
You would. You fucking would.
Yeah, you know what? We might end up on this for a while.
What, no Triple H?
You know Mike's pick's coming.
So again,
So-
let's remind us of how we're ranking these. We're ranking these about what they've done this year, right? In 2023, correct?
2023 only, how they've done this year.
Oh, God, this is Christian's like one of his best years. Gosh.
Exactly.
And it's also Dominic Mysterio is the biggest heel in wrestling right now, and maybe in the WWE side, and then on the AEW side, it might be Christian.
I'm
Yes,
telling
definitely Christian since they moved MJF.
So
Tony Storm's a champ right now. He's probably got one of the best gimmicks going.
you. Yeah, but
Cody-
she
That's
hasn't
true.
done, but
This
she
is
hasn't done it. She hasn't done a lot all year.
Then you have Cody Rhodes. He's kind of a big deal.
yeah, this is gonna be like 1A,
I'd
1B,
put-
1C, 1D.
I put Cody Rhodes right behind Rhea Ripley.
So you think Cody Rhodes should go number 2?
Yeah, because I just think Rhea's it's gonna be hard to beat Rhea
Hey,
Ripley
you
in
gotta
my
put
eyes.
Christian number 2.
But here's the reason you don't put Cody Rhodes 1 is because he doesn't want a championship,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And Christian has been champion with the TNT
man.
title. I think
Dominic, you
every,
gotta put up
I
there too.
put every one of these people over 3 at least.
Yeah.
Because I think Swerve stays up there somewhere in Rhea, but I think everybody else is below all of these guys. But except for maybe Logan Paul, he's been there and he's the champion, but he's only wrestled 4 matches.
Yeah, Logan Paul is going to be down at like number 12 for me. He's great, but he hasn't been there all year. He just came in the past couple months.
But he's champ
And I mean, Cody Rhodes, he won the Royal Rumble. He main evented WrestleMania.
and didn't win shit.
He beat Brock Lesnar. I mean,
Yeah, nothing to show for it. Empty shelf.
that's the bet. Yeah, I know, but it's long term storybooking.
Brock Lesnar's daughter's won more championships than Cody
No,
Rhodes
that's not
has.
his daughter. I don't care what anybody says. They look nothing alike.
Congratulations to Brock's daughter there. You know, it's a great thing for him and his family.
What's her name? Maya, I think, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
she's killing it, man. They keep showing that one picture of her. She smiles, man. I mean, people are mean. That's all.
Yeah.
So, do we think Rhea stays at number 1 on this list?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Becky's not won much this year. She's been in and out a little bit, right?
Yeah, she's been in and out and everything else. So
I put Dominic Mysterio not far down on this list either. I put Christian, Dominic, and Cody pretty close to each other here.
Yeah,
well, I want to put Dominic at number 3.
Yeah, because he wrestles, and then I put Christian below him.
And man, all he has to do is touch that microphone, and the crowd goes wild.
So Swerve's below both of them, right?
Just because he hasn't won a title yet.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Like, he's gonna be there next year. He might be more of a conversation to be up at the top, very top.
Right. So do we want Dominic at number 3?
I'll put Dominic at 3.
Yeah.
And then we have Cody at 2, right? Right?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean,
he's the biggest baby face in the company, right?
He's definitely.
I know I just talk shit, but I know he's good.
Ain't one shit.
Empty shelf.
But he's there. I mean,
all right. So Rhea,
he had that Hell in a Cell match.
Was that this year?
That was last year.
Yeah, we can't count 22, pal.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to count from Royal Rumble on because that's when he come back.
And that's when he did come back. He came back in January. So I need to talk through this because if I don't, I forget. So Rhea, Cody, Dominic, Christian,
Swerve,
yeah.
And then I think you put Tony.
Then probably Julia.
Yeah, because I think she's won the title twice this year.
Tony and Julia.
Julia after her, because Julia's done a really good job this year too.
She's there now.
Then I don't
Then
know.
Becky, Logan, and The Miz.
What about Speedball? We missed Speedball and Oscar. Where are they at?
That's fine. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Okay, no, I'll say. Becky
I think Oscar hasn't done much.
Not this year. She hasn't.
Yeah, not this year. So as of right now, we got Rhea, Cody, Dom, Kristen, Swerve, Tony, and Julia Hart at number 7. So number 8, who do we need to go to?
I think Logan.
Yeah, but he's wrestled like what, 4 matches?
But he's got a title and he's main evented major pay-per-views.
Becky Lynch is won the NXT title. So she was NXT Women's
fuck
Champion.
me running, huh?
I think Becky should be above Logan.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Because that NXT title that I completely forgot about, which was about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get to fucking 25 deep.
Dude, I don't think we're gonna make it.
Be a whole episode.
Logan number 9.
Yeah. Then that's it, right?
Well, we still got 10, 11, and 12.
Oscar, Speedball, Miz.
Yeah, we're gonna keep them right there. Keep them right there. Ah, thank God, huh? Next week.
Do you think the Miz should be number 12? Okay.
He hasn't won anything.
If we're just going by this year, he hadn't done much anything this year. He had a good match with Gunther.
Okay, so we have Rhea, Cody, Dom, Kristen, Swerve, Tony, Storm, Julia Hart, Becky Lynch, Logan, Asuka, Speedball, Miz.
Yeah.
Now, if something happens, like with the Miz wins the Intercontinental Championship, he can move up.
He's got about 2 weeks to do it.
I was about to say, when?
All right. Print it.
I just don't see anybody beating Rhea.
Good job, guys.
Rhea's not losing this year.
No. And she's been running the Judgment Day. She's helping Dom.
She's on NXT. Like, she's everywhere. Her and Dominic. They're everywhere.
How crazy is having Dominic in the top 5, man? Tell me you would have done that last year.
He's wrestled 100 matches, something like that, or 1,000. What was that number? It was some crazy number that he wrestles every week.
When's the last time we had
last year and this year he's done awesome.
What's that, Mike?
When's the last time we had a heel like him? All he has to do is grab the mic doesn't have to say nothing, and they boo him like that.
All he had to do was turn against his dad, and that was it. Most lovable baby face ever. One of them.
That's just—it's insane to me. Just the heat that
I mean, obviously
gets.
now it's a game that they're booing him. Obviously,
he can work, and that's
but
the
it
thing.
started that way.
He can work in the ring. He has the ring skill for it.
He's way better than he was. Way better.
Oh,
I like him way better with this.
And he don't have to do a whole lot either. That's the thing. He does these little cheap moves. Him playing that good of a heel, he ain't got to do much in the ring.
I thought he took that RKO pretty good.
Oh yeah,
just like his dad, lie, cheat, and steal.
Yep.
Like his dad. I hear you.
It took me a second. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, you're right. All right, back to you, James. I guess I'll say it.
All right. Well, hey, great list. Those are actually some tough additions, and as it goes on, it's gonna be a real joggy when we're like number 12. That was number 12.
No, he's 13. 13.
That'll be I like it. Those were some tough choices. But hey, we're talking about in-ring performers, so we might as well go to our very own in-ring performer, Adam. Little transition music, huh?
I love our homemade transition music. All right, man. Another damn good week of wrestling. Try to get by it a little bit quicker than I did last week, but last week was there was just so much damn wrestling, man. It was hard to get through it.
True.
Start with SmackDown.
Tough to say, isn't it? It's tough to get through all this wrestling.
Yeah, every week it is. Except to get through all this crap. But SmackDown, December 1st. Bobby Lashley, Butch, Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, Kevin Owens, Grayson Waller, and Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane. 2-hour show, 4 matches.
Which was that? What was that? SmackDown?
SmackDown, 4 matches. And I think Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde was a damn good match. I think that might have been the match of the night.
I don't even remember SmackDown right now. It seems so
Daddy's
long
home or Daddy's back. Or
oh yeah, I remember that.
I just watched the clips.
No, that was.
Believe it or not, I got through every single piece of wrestling before today, or before the show. Minutes before the show.
Let's see. Oh crap! I almost get Rampage. I ain't got it pulled up yet. Collision on the 2nd. Claudio, Brody King, Abaddon, Kiera Hogan, Daniel Garcia, Andrade, The Kingdom, the Iron Savages, Christopher Daniel and Matt Sydal against Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews, Vikingo versus Kip Sabian, Daniel Bryan, Eddie Kingston.
Can
Bryan Danielson, sorry.
You think Brody King can win this?
They're pushing the hell out of him, man.
I think
I'm glad they are. It's somebody
win.
different.
I think that'd be a great surprise. I think he needs a push. Even though he's in a great stable, I think he needs a push. He's a monster.
That whole stable needs a push, man. They're all badass.
Shout out Kiera Hogan, by the way. Oof. I'm
Yeah,
going to do that a few times during this. I have a few written down here. Yeah, I'm a pig, James.
All right, so back to Rampage on December 1st. It was a knot full of multi-man matches. Trios match, Don Callis family versus, I think his name is JC, Rennie D, and Kit Second. Is there what they have right here?
Or Sabian.
No, it's Kit, not Kip. It's weird though, Kit.
I think it was Kip.
Kit Second. Kit, I don't know.
So we're not talking about Knight Rider here.
Get me out of here, Kit. That was funny. I was watching one of these celebrity roasts, and they were roasting House of Hall.
Oh.
And they said, "Hey, how funny is it? An alcoholic has a car that can drive itself. Get him out of the situation he needs to get out of."
Not a bad gig.
Yeah, hey, I bet you do it down here in Alabama, buddy. He'd get over real good. A women's trios match: Hikaru Shida, Sky Blue, Chris Statlander, and against Anna Jay and the Outcast. Another trios match: Brian Cage and the Workhorseman. And I love the Workhorseman. I mean,
JD Drake, shout out.
JD Drake. I wish they do something with him, man. He's got some of the best chops in wrestling. Because he'll knock your ass out when he hits you with it.
Yeah, kick-ass bar fighter, for sure.
Versus Commander, Penta El Zero Miedo, and El Hijo del Vikingo.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
I've been practicing my Spanish considering the week we had.
What?
And then an 8-man tag, Angelo Parker, Matt Menard, and Dark Order versus Danhausen, who, of course, Cassie and Trent.
Hey, wait a minute. That's 4 matches on Rampage?
Yes.
And
All
4
multi-man matches.
4 matches on SmackDown.
Yeah, in 2 hours compared to Rampage, 1 hour.
I don't hate Rampage. I really don't. I think
It's hit and miss with me.
it's a quality wrestling show. They showcase people that aren't always on and give them an opportunity, and they wrestle a decent amount of time, and then look like someone like Sky Blue that was on there regularly is now on the main shows.
Main shows, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's kind of like their feeder show a little bit. I mean, see what happens.
Arc and Elevation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's looking for those names.
Going back to Collision, I don't know what match y'all really like. Vikingo and Kip Sabian was a damn good match, and so was Daniel Garcia and Andrade. I think Daniel
Garcia's got to work itself out for me. Come on, he's just losing. I know. They're building, like I said last week, they're building towards something. Kind of like maybe like the Daniel Bryan character in WWE years ago when he was losing every single week. I think maybe.
I hate it for Eddie Kingston though because he put up his titles and he ain't won a match yet.
I know, but there's something to that. Again, it's a good story being told here.
I think it can. I mean, I think a lot of people is just not being patient, not giving it a chance.
Oh, well, I'm watching. I mean,
yeah, but there's 785,000 more people watching it though.
That's true.
I think that's all it was, 785. I think is what they said.
For Dynamite?
Yeah, their numbers aren't getting as high as they used to be.
Yeah, I got it on. I'm just not paying attention.
I would like to. Well, when you get to Dynamite this week, I'd imagine those numbers are higher when they come out.
Let's see here. Monday Night Raw, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, DIY versus Imperium in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Natalya and Tegan Knox versus Caden Carter, Katana Chance, and then Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough versus the Creed brothers, and Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso. Rollins, Jey Uso, match of the night, hands down.
It was. I'm tired of Dominic losing though. I mean, I know we were just talking about where we're putting him on the list, but he loses a lot too. And I don't know. And JD McDonough, like he's taking the fall a lot.
He does put on a good matches though.
He does. And he doesn't lose his title. Well, by the time this airs, he might have, but he's had it for a while.
What about the whole with Jey Uso, the whole yeet thing? What do we think about that?
I'm not as excited as everybody else. I'm going to be honest.
They're still selling that T-shirt though.
What's that?
I think it's stupid.
I don't get it. I don't get it. But I mean, whatever. People get excited. Fine. I don't have to.
Throw the indie guy, $5,000. Say, here you go. Here's $5,000. You make, less than this in 5 months. Here you go. Here's $5,000, and let us keep it to work.
Okay.
I think it's funny that they're still selling the T-shirt though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, he can't say it no more because somebody else says it.
Yeet.
There it is.
It's getting over like, yeah.
We're about to get a cease and desist now because of Adam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here. Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. I'm curious what they're doing with Drew because it's kind of like they're towing this line right now to where he's almost turning full-fledged heel, but I don't know. He's like in a weird position, like in a weird limbo right now.
You're right, because I thought he turned full-fledged heel, and then
I thought he did too.
Then he kind of stepped it back a little bit. Yeah.
You think that's like an Austin gimmick? He was never really a face or a heel.
The thing about the Austin thing is that
it was organic.
It's so organic. Yes. You can't.
No, I see that. Yeah, I agree with that. But you think that's what they're trying to do with him?
Well, I mean, there's so many tweeners already, right? I mean,
I wish they would let him loose like they did when he come up with Dolph Ziggler. He was the what they call him, the something, whatever, psycho or whatever.
One or something like that.
Scottish psychopath.
That's what it was. And he was just running roughshod over everybody.
Yeah, I like that character too. He didn't like.
Yeah, I love that. Right when he come in from NXT.
And you knew the minute he turned face was when he started counting before his before his finisher.
When he eliminated Brock in the Rumble, that pretty much made him ultimate face.
Let's count and let the other guy know I'm about to do my move.
Hey, listen, Shawn Michaels taught everybody how to do that.
But what would y'all rather see him, heel or face?
He was such a good face, man. Such a good face, though. The people are behind him.
Yeah.
What people? There was no people in the arena when he was face.
So they were behind him when he won the Royal Rumble, and they were behind him after he wasn't champion anymore. When people were back, he was still getting incredible pops.
That Clash at the Castle was badass.
Yes, I mean, and I was going to say that, James, but I didn't want to because of course he's going to get the cheers there. But I felt like he was getting a lot of that before that. I think he's a good babyface.
I think,
and he's a badass.
But he makes a badass heel. Like he can run. He's one of the ones that can do both.
I don't need him to be part of a faction, though.
No,
he needs to be on his own, doing his own thing.
On his own, doing his own thing. But I think he'll be better as a heel.
There can be only one.
I mean, come out there, and I mean, he can start swinging that sword at people, threatening to cut their heads off and shit. I mean,
yeah, nothing like some good deaths, huh? The good beheading.
Talk about ratings.
One guy drinks blood, boo, shame him. But then the next week, cut his fucking head off.
I mean, Gangrel did it every week, and he didn't catch hell for it.
Right?
Yeah.
Gangrel did it every week.
Yeah.
It was all right for him, though.
Well, I mean, that wasn't coming from somebody's head, but
we don't know that. Yeah, we don't know where that come from.
Hey, wait. We got to go back to Rampage. We got to talk about how they didn't air Ric Flair saying about the 18 to 28.
Yeah, they cut that out. Yep.
But it's okay to talk about somebody's dead father. It's okay to talk about like stuff like that. Like,
I think it's got to do with the old. Like, I think it's the dark side of the ring thing.
I'm just saying, like, what is the big deal? He's been saying it for 50 years,
right?
I agree. Let him do
when did hooking up become a problem?
Well, yeah. I was listening to Jim Cornette, and they said what they should have done was let 2 or 3 women walk out with him dressed up as flight attendants.
Well, by the way, yeah, right. But women have never been experienced wrestling before. What the freaking 3 months ago, the beautiful women, what was that? The beautiful people from Impact? Did you see what they were doing when they were going to the ring? Dude, he said 18 to 28, don't bring your boyfriends or favorite husbands. No shit.
You think
I don't know. I just think way too much was made out of that.
What if he would have adjusted the age limit to like 28 to 48?
I
think it would have been as bad.
He has been saying that forever. He says it on when it was to be the man, he said it every week.
Yeah.
Whatever guest he had on, he would say it and he'd laugh. It's funny. Grow up.
Yeah.
And then he's got Sting, the holiest man in wrestling right there beside him.
I can't believe they cut it out. Yeah. First off, what were they even doing on Rampage? What?
And they don't show him on Dynamite.
Right. It's so strange.
Because they can edit him.
I'm sorry. I felt like that needed to be said. I'm sorry.
But on Dynamite, they still had his drinks right there on Dynamite this week.
My for the love of God, are they going the hell out of that?
I'm just saying. I mean,
no, he's not going anywhere. They just got his part out. Everybody knows about it, though. Yeah. So what's the difference?
He done said it. I'll kick the books. Right? He ain't worried about it. He has enough money.
He's not worried about it. I'm sorry, Adam. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, you're good. You're good. This is why I like doing this because it starts up pretty good conversations. NXT on December 5th. Fallon Henley defeated Kiana James and Roxanne Perez and Thea Hale in a 4-way. Huge Kiana James fan. I think she's awesome, and I would like to see her get pushed to the main roster. Fallon Henley's she's damn good. She's a star too.
I love the character too.
I'm liking this transformation Thea Hale's doing.
Yeah.
And then Roxanne Perez, she's 22 years old and already a veteran. I mean, what can you say bad about her?
Well, I listened to Booker T talk about her on the Kurt Angle show. She's been came in when she was 15 or something.
Yeah, she's been around since she's 15 or 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and go back to Raw for 1 second. I wish they would push some like DIY or somebody like they're pushing the Creed brothers. The Creed brothers are getting this humongous push. and I'm excited because they're great. I just feel like there might be other teams that might deserve it a little bit more.
Well, we know how Mike feels.
Agreed.
I like the Creed brothers. I think they're still a little green, but they're excellent athletes.
I wish DIY was getting that push.
They're kind of in the weeds. I'm not sure where it's going.
See,
Or
they're
the Imperium guys. I wish they get that push.
But they're always in it. They're good heels.
Yeah, they're great.
I would be okay if the Creeds were like the second from last. Let them be the ones, beat a couple teams and then somebody else beat them. I would have been okay with that. But that
they look talk about brothers that look exactly alike, huh?
We can take them higher.
Really? To the place with golden streets?
Know it.
That's so good. Anyway, sorry. Back to NXT though. Lola Vice defeated Tatum Paxley. I haven't seen her much, but Lola Vice, she won the contract for the title shot anytime she wants it. So I'm looking forward to that one. Alpha Academy.
I can't wait for this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know.
I got something
right
for this.
So it was Chad Gable, Otis, Macy Dupree and with Kieran Giselle on the outside against the Metaphor with Jakara Jackson on the outside. So I was going to talk about that, but go ahead, Brad.
Shout out to Lash Legend for body slamming Otis.
350.
Wow.
And didn't just scoop him. I mean, she held him.
I mean, listen, she went from heel to babyface for a moment because of that move.
She held him too, man.
Because she's not been likable at all in the entire time. Not likable, loses a lot. Then she picks up Otis and slams him. That place erupted. I actually was in the kitchen and I heard the crowd. I'm like, what just happened? I'm like, oh, that was awesome. I loved it. I loved it. I love the Metaphor. I love the Alpha Academy. I love the match. Fantastic.
I love how Chad Gable did the ankle lock right there at the end. He dropped with it and did it that way. I love
the tap out. The tap out was real. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but her slamming Otis is awesome.
Something. Noam Dar is something. I know he's
growing. He's growing on me.
Yeah, he's something.
Let's see. Okay. One of the guys I like is Nathan Frazier.
Yeah.
And Axiom. Both of these guys, they're just amazing. Nathan Frazier come from Seth Rollins wrestling school. And if you watch him, they do a lot of stuff alike. Like you can almost see Seth Rollins in Nathan Frazier.
Nathan Frazier and the champion right now. Sorry, I don't know why it's blowing my mind. They have a similar style to me. Is that to you too?
Ilya Dragunov. Yes.
They have a similar style to you, Adam?
I feel like Ilya Dragunov is more ground and pound, more.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just so real. God, I love Ilya Dragunov.
I think they're both real. Nathan Frazier's pretty real to me too.
I think Nathan Frazier's a little bit more high fly. Like if you'll think of Seth Rollins and watch him, you can tell he come from Seth Rollins' background.
It's good wrestling.
But I love Ilya Dragunov. One of my favorite NXT champions. I don't think they use him enough on there. And then finish up the night was where'd it go? Okay. It was Tyler Bate beating Carmelo Hayes, Eddie Thorpe, and Joe Coffey. Played a 4-way for the Iron Survivor Challenge. Tyler Bate, he's just like Roxanne Perez, man. He's 20-something years old and already a veteran. Amazing.
Shout out to Nikita Lyons. Okay, saw her at the end.
Thank you. I was waiting on somebody to mention it. The lioness, the goddess is back, baby. I'm ready.
She got a huge pop. Huge pop. She's a star. And it's all because of us.
She even moved up already.
Yeah. Well, she was hurt.
Yeah.
She's got to build her. She'll come back.
Blow her knee out.
They moved up into Harvard when she was hurt.
Good climb, blows her knee out.
Yeah, look how that's worked out for Indy. It's a shame.
I watched the rehab on Instagram. It's a great follow.
All right. What are you drinking, James?
What
are you drinking tonight?
The cold, refreshing taste of Natural Light.
Oh,
thank you. Is that a 12 ounce? Because you can pour it in a solo cup and see if those lines are I want to ask Mike too, but he does the big tall ones.
16 ounce, baby.
No, I thought they was just because Mike's so short.
No.
I thought they were 12 ounces. They just looked like
Listen, Listen, a 12-pack or 16-ounce.
I knew.
That's
I'm
an
just
8-ounce can, Brad. What are you talking about? It's 8 ounces.
a
Oh,
pony.
sometimes my hand feels like Andre's like gripping these, you know. Granted, his is like fucking 2.
I bet you feel like that when you go to the bathroom too, don't you?
Cheaper than a 12-ounce 12-pack is a 16-ounce 12-pack. So.
Well, I'm sure glad I brought up beer.
And then Dynamite on December 6th. Moxley Roosh, pretty good match. Swerve beat Mark Briscoe. I'm sick of Mark Briscoe losing. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Mark Briscoe losing every damn week.
That was a
Every
good
time he
match
wrestles.
too.
Good match. Agreed, though.
Damn good match. And he deserves something, man. Come on. Tony Storm, Sky Blue, pretty good match.
Howdy! Oh my.
Tony
Man.
Storm, man.
Pretty good match.
The internet was alive. The socials were alive.
Sound like JR.
They said it. Man, I watched that twice.
That's it.
Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
And then another person I'm sick of losing, Jay Lethal. He loses every freaking week, man. I'm sick of it.
And I love that stable too. I do.
And then match of the night, Christian Cage, Adam Copeland. And something I did not see coming.
Why is that on free TV?
Because it was in Toronto.
I don't agree with it being on free TV. I don't think it built long enough to have that.
God, no, it been built up long enough now.
It'll be at Revolution probably.
Yeah, they're have a rematch.
Or World's End.
Shout
I
out.
hope so, because the way it ended, they should go back to it.
Yeah,
Shout out Bryce Remsburg, right? For getting kicked in the balls and just assuming that nobody did it.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think kicked him? He didn't disqualify anybody. He just counted the 3. I guess I just got kicked. I didn't see it, so I guess everybody's good. Who did you think it was?
He got kicked in the balls and sold his head.
Yeah. Here's what happened.
I noticed that, Brian. That was crazy.
So bad.
He had that band in his underwear, that rubber band part that kind of scraps everything up there, and it popped. And it pow.
The elastic.
Yeah.
Did it go on forever for anybody else?
It did. When that elastic pops, and it pops you right there in the nutsack.
It did. The match was a little bit long.
Well, not just that. Is when Shayna Wayne came out, I felt like she didn't quite know where she was going with that. Like really didn't know. Like I know we were supposed to not know, but she was looking right at Edge the whole time.
Well, she cut back and forth once or twice, maybe, but it was totally unbelievable.
But I still like her.
She's not comfortable.
I'm down with that. I'm down with her. I
wasn't expecting her to turn like that. I really wasn't.
It makes sense to keep it. She's over a little bit. I think people like her because she's good looking and she's interesting, and she is. She's obviously some kind of an actress too. Like she knows what she's. I like her. I just thought it went on a little too long.
I wish the sun was down there to be like, Mom, what are you doing?
The match was rushed, and like everything, I felt everything was just rushed.
It was.
Yeah, I think they ran out of time.
I mean, just doing it. I think it was just rushed. I understand it was what you said in Canada, but.
And speaking of running out of time, Mike, I'm glad you said that. I heard the Seth Rollins Uso match getting some flack because of how Seth Rollins took a super kick and stood right up and went into the finish. Did anybody else notice that?
I saw it. Yeah.
I didn't notice it until it was brought up. Like he took a super kick from his knees, took a super kick and stood up.
Yeah, there was a no sell there for sure.
And then went into the finish. I think it was a timing issue.
I hate that that's what I see.
Yeah. I didn't notice it until it was brought up.
Because he's so good.
But they can make that work. Some of them can make that work. Like you get hit and they just jump. It's like that adrenaline rush.
I wish that Falcon Arrow was a finisher.
Get up, boom, hit
like if he would have ricocheted off the ropes or something, it'd have been a little bit more believable, I think. Instead of staying straight up and going into the finish.
I give it a pass.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as big as a deal as what they made it out to be.
No, I think the Bryce Remsburg thing was way worse than that.
Oh, God, yes.
Falls and goes down and just, we're good. I'm going to go ahead and count it.
Yeah.
He is getting the balls, but so his head. Like Brian said, he goes, he was coming up on his head.
Listen, I was kicked in the balls the Top Guy weekend. I laid out flat
Well, you
I do
got
favor
It's
him.
not
you
that
and
quite
Bryce
right either.
Remsburg.
But you got to go. Someone's got to go for the pin. Can't
And
be
he
all
was
curled
laying
up.
there. He come alive too fast too. He was laying there, then you see him kind of peek, and then he jumps over and he does the 3 count real fast.
I like that shit though.
I don't like how he recovered that fast. But you and Bryce Ramsburg do favor a little bit.
There it
About
is.
same height too.
Waka waka waka.
No, you really are. They're both about 5'4", 5'5".
So I figure you're about done, right, Adam? So I wanted to
Yeah,
add,
that's all the matches.
I
Yeah.
wanted to add one more thing. I want to give a shout out to Impact Wrestling for putting on this throwback show last week. It was Impact Provincial Wrestling Federation. They all had different names. It was like a whole different setup. Very, very fun to watch for sure. And shout out to Gia Miller, who's usually a backstage interviewer. She tag teamed with Ace Austin on it, which I think is her real life boyfriend. And she looked great. Shout out.
Shout out. Shout out.
That's all.
How do you spell her first name?
Gia Miller. And she's usually dressed very nice and she does the interviewing, but she was they did something different. But everybody was in like different costume. It was the throwback wigs, like announcers with fake mustaches. It was fun. It was a fun show. You should have seen James. You should have seen our boy Moose. He was really funny. Came out dancing. He was like a DJ. Like, it was very, very good. It was amateur-ish, but I think it was supposed to be. Anyway, just wanted to mention him. We don't usually mention him, but I enjoyed the show.
I'm a huge Moose fan. He's good.
Friend of
And
the
if
show.
anybody wants to know, Devyn is just got done and he is headed home.
Hell yeah. Tell him it's a backcourt violation.
Do you think he's walking?
He's always walking.
Ah.
Why don't we go off the outline for a minute and we'll wait for him to do the match and we'll do like maybe a meat minute or something like that. James, what do you think?
Hi, it's your show, Brad.
Yeah.
Or you could do your spirit of James, or if you want to wait for Devyn for that.
I'll do the meat minute if you give me 2 seconds. I'm ready right now.
Fuck yeah. So, hey, what better way to talk about wrestling than with some food? So, Mike, what you got for us this week?
Today, I am doing a taco pasta salad.
You said
So
it so
what you
slow.
I thought he was asking us
Oh,
a question.
That's how I read my notes sometimes.
You need 1 pound of ground beef, cooked and drained. Make sure you drain it because you don't want all that juices in there.
So you don't want turkey, huh?
No, yeah, you can use turkey if you're on a
Yeah, my wife wants to eat it. She's gonna want turkey.
Yeah. Okay, then you need 1 pound of rotina pasta, cooked and cooled. You need 1 ounce, 1 bag of taco seasoning. You need 1 small onion, diced. 1 pint of grape tomatoes.
Pint, huh?
The little tiny tomatoes. 2 cups of shredded cheddar jack cheese. 3 cups of lettuce, shredded lettuce. You need 1.5 cup of French dressing.
Ugh.
Well,
I'm not a French dressing guy, but it's okay, Mike. I'll try it.
I like Spanish dressing's better.
No.
you need a bag of nacho Doritos.
Plain Doritos or Cool Ranch?
Just the regular ones, I think, is what he
You
meant.
can do either one. You can do either one. Yep.
I'm a Cool Ranch guy.
I am not.
Shout out.
Either
What?
kind
I
of
prefer the
Doritos.
regular. I can
right.
eat them.
So you want to cook. How to prepare it is cook and brown the beef,
For 2 days.
mix in the taco seasoning,
On
cook the
250?
pasta. Do what?
On 250, right?
Yeah.
Cook it for 2 days.
Cook the pasta. Prepare the vegetables. Dice onions, slice tomatoes, shred lettuce, and cheese. Combine the beef, the pasta, and the veggies and cheese in a large bowl. Then you toss in the French dressing to coat it, and then crunch up the Doritos. You can have regular Doritos, Cool Ranch Doritos, hot and spicy Doritos. Don't matter what kind of Doritos.
What are we going to do? Bubblegum shrimp style?
I so heard that too.
You gotta crunch them up. crunch them up, throw it on top, mix it up real good, and then serve it.
And it looks good too for those watching on Premier Streaming Network. You're missing out on that picture.
It looks real good because that picture's great. Bryant, come on, what's the picture? Bryant.
And man,
let me work my
asleep.
Google. Let me work my Google magic here. Hold on.
Yeah, everybody at home,
when you're
hold
not
on.
on camera.
Yeah. Live to tape, man.
Yeah, that's what you get for Googling when you're not on camera.
And
Right now
while
he's talking
Brian's
again,
looking that
Eric
up,
Bischoff.
we should fill this audio with something.
Back to you, James.
No, I'm looking up this GM Miller, and they got a show coming up.
Taco pasta salad.
No, it's called Tag Wars, and one of the guys I did one of his matches is going to be there.
I believe that they work on the indie scene. I think Ace Austin works on the indie scene still.
Yeah, they're going to be in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on the 10th.
They only work like 2 weekends a month in Impact. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like they
they
do
do tapings
their
for
shows are 1 week and then they have
They do
two
like three
pay-per-views.
matches.
That's what
They do
NWA
like
does.
3 things at one time.
Mm-hmm. And
Like
nothing's
3
in
months.
order when you go. Nothing's in order.
No, gosh, no.
So like the
NWA
main
same
event
way.
is like in the middle of the show. It's because I remember saying I've talked about this to my wife, this should be the main event. And she goes, yeah. And then it was. Just didn't know.
Yeah, for the second night.
We watched ourselves in the crowd like 3 straight weeks in a row. Crazy.
That's like when they used to do AEW Dark and Elevation. When I went to Daly's place sometimes, I would be like in 3 different Dark, when they'd air it. And I'm like, damn, that was like 3 months ago when they're finally airing this.
So they did it Friday and Saturday night with us. So like there would be one show would have a Saturday show and from the tape on the Friday show on the same night. So you had a different crowd. Are you fucking kidding me?
That actually looks good.
That does look bomb as fuck.
That looks really good.
It looks like it's actually it.
Yeah, because it's got the grape tomatoes.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. The grape
The
tomatoes.
small ones.
I mean, we could have made it. As long as it took them to find it, we could have made it and took a picture of it by then.
No, that is it. That's exactly what it is.
Hey, welcome back, Mike.
I just made that one right there last
Yeah,
night.
and then you put the like mother, like daughter fucking stamp on the bottom too.
Well, yeah, I let Beth and them like take over the picture, and they do their own thing. So that's
Anyway.
yeah, that was supposed to be
Sweet
blurred
watermark.
out.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. So what we got next?
Hey, Mike, so real quick, have you heard about this redneck brawl they're doing in Georgia? It's like 3 1-minute rounds, and it's legit fighting. And I didn't know if you is anywhere close. Are you close to Rome, Georgia?
I'm a couple hours away, but I'll join. They
They got weight classes and everything. And
do some interviews or something. I mean,
hey,
hey,
redneck brawl, man, you need to look it up. It's this weekend. I think you might like it.
You can see Arn there.
Oh, aren't you?
Rome, Georgia, right?
Oh, that's on the
Of course.
bottom. Let's see where it's at.
Anyway.
Well,
Fuck yeah,
Butterbean-
throwing stuff right here.
You guys can
Butterbean
talk
will be in
later,
town
all
in
right? I don't
January.
know, like, you guys, maybe, yeah.
It's just like
Butterbean-
hanging out with your friends here on the Kick Out Crew.
Yeah.
That is legit as fuck.
This
Well,
is the show.
I've been told that people enjoyed the talking.
The show is just us
Yeah.
sitting down. Like,
So what's it about? It's
2
about
hours and 52
nothing.
minutes away from me.
Yeah, it's the redneck brawl.
I'm glad you guys are looking up directions right now. That is enthralling.
No, I'm looking up the actual card because
I believe you.
You can do a whole
Yeah,
episode
weight
about
classes.
waiting at to be
you
seated
can
at
look.
a
You can
Chinese
go on
food place.
Facebook and they do promos. I'm gonna whoop your Alabama ass, boy. Let me tell you right now.
Oh, is that the shit you put in the chat that one time?
I
Somebody
might
put something in the
have-
chat one time with some country dudes just talking shit to each other.
Oh man, it's freaking hilarious. I'm calling out. You dump truck Bama or whatever they want to call their names. Oh, it's so
I
good.
thought it was Reppy, Alabama.
You thought who?
I thought it was Ref, Alabama.
Save
No.
this, James, please.
All right.
I don't care
Did you-
what you go to.
Well, hey,
Butterbean,
Mike,
Butterbean will be in town in January.
Fantastic.
I might go take a picture with him.
We're trying to
Adam, our
stall
local
Devyn.
concierge, telling us what's going down.
This is all Devyn's fault because we're trying to stall.
No, we're not anymore.
Oh, we're not? Okay, my bad. Hey, forget everything I just said, y'all.
Oh yeah. Wish I
thought
could.
we
Men in Black.
talked
But hey, Mike, taco pasta salad looks awesome. Can't wait to have
Not
that
try
while I'm
that.
watching wrestling. Which brings me to the spirit of wrestling, friends. As some of you know, all of us are wrestling friends. Like, I didn't know these guys without wrestling, so shout out to wrestling. I've always said it's the best form of entertainment, and I really do greatly appreciate it. And because I got my friends in real life, and then I was like, oh, you and your wrestling friends. Well, hell no, they're my friends in real life too. So shout out to you guys, and Devyn if he decides to join. But no, because my job is it's a bit much and it's a bit hectic sometimes, and it's always good to sit back and relax and have that escape. And wrestling is an awesome escape because sometimes, and this could relate to today's agenda, but sometimes you feel like the whole world's against you, and you're like that David battling that Goliath. You know what I mean? And 99% of the time, like, life is going to just open hand slap you across the face, and you just got to keep on trucking, baby. And things have been pretty mentally strange and definitely hectic at work wise, and it's good to hang out with you guys and relax. I've been looking forward to this, I don't know, for 7 days since the last since I closed the Zoom last week. I've been looking forward to this because I dread a lot of my daily life, but I fucking love this stuff, and it's good to have a balance. Obviously, I need my work to be a little bit better, but it's cool to fucking come in and kick back and relax, shoot the shit with you guys. Wake up randomly, just blow up the chat with smart assness, and
You was on fire today, buddy. I enjoyed
that. But it's fun to me. It's all for laughs. And I was talking to a friend of the show, James Sorensen, last night, and I was like, don't take anything 99% of the time. Don't take it literal because I don't even remember what I said. I just say it as a joke and just keep it moving. But if you take it literally, you probably think I'm just a big asshole.
As much as I roast him, I mean, he has to know we give him hell, but he knows we love him because I give him shit all the time.
Because my shit talking is definitely I don't literally mean it. It's just little quick wit, little comebacks, all for jokes. But,
I'm reading it in my mind right now. What all the chat? I love you guys. Well, fuck you, Brad. But I do love you. But fuck you though.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
And last week I made a bunch of
say fuck off, Brad.
And y'all telling me to be on here early. I was on here early today. Y'all ain't told nobody yet. I was early today.
Shout out to Adam for being on time.
I was early.
I wish I knew how to put those
Give me my flowers, by on.
Yeah, come up with something, Bryant.
I know you can do it somehow, but
blow me a kiss or something, bro. Jeez.
Right now, he's asking Bischoff a question.
Right. For real. Oh man. But yeah, fucking, I love doing this podcast. It's not really stressful. The only stressful thing is getting it out on time, I guess. But outside of that, young guys do a lot of the work too. For those at home, I pretty much have the easiest job. I open it, I read the bullshit of the match. Maybe I'll get the commentary teams, and boom, and then everybody else shines on everything. So it's fun to do because I definitely remember I'm not doing a fucking wrestling podcast, and here we are getting ranked and all this stuff. So
shout out improv comedy.
Yeah, for real, because I was not gonna put us in your wrestling category. Had us on improv comedy probably the first 30 episodes. Yeah, man. Everybody's got talents on here, so I'm just here to open the show and let them express their own talents. And but man, it is so much fun doing this show. It gets a little nervous, before we hit record and all that stuff. And then once we record and get going, it's fucking easy peasy lemon squeezy, and it's fun as fuck to do. And it helps me a lot. So thank you guys and thank the fans, because sometimes we need this, sometimes we need to ease our troubles, sit back and relax and just fucking. I haven't thought about bullshit for the past, I don't know, what are we, an hour-ish, 45-ish minute, hour-ish into this?
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Couldn't agree more with that. Couldn't agree more with that. Haven't thought about anything other than this.
Yeah, like it's badass, and I've been looking forward to this. I don't know, for a long time. Like when I'm at work, being like, "Fuck, I can't wait to record."
Best therapy I've ever had,
for real. And for y'all at home and watching on Premiere, hope we make y'all laugh, And if you like what we're doing, be a friend and tell a friend, because hey, it's your show. And that is the spirit of wrestling, friends.
And it extends out too, James, to not just the five of us, or six of us. I'm sorry, Bryant. You are behind the scenes, but you are a big part of this team, of course. You have to show anymore.
Of course, Bryant jumps on when we start picking up speed. Then, of course, Bryant wants to jump in. Where were you in the trenches when we were episode 1 and 2, Bryant?
When James was trying to edit shit all the time.
I was the loyal listener at that point.
True.
And Mike was
to shit. That's what
Mike was talking. Mike was talking about Elon Musk.
Yeah,
like 5 episodes in a row.
But also to our sister podcast, the Palm Water Dave show. Who, I mean, it's just funny. I'm just on my way to work and I get a text from Amy talking about something from the show, or RJ, from Reffing Up with Brian, and it goes. And there's so many more people I'm leaving out here.
Yeah.
That the friends in wrestling are awesome.
It really is, man. There's a lot of cool people. Like, we know a lot of good people that we have no business really knowing, and we know a lot of cool people.
Business knowing.
Different states, different countries,
different time zones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Different zip code, bro.
Different days. Australia. Yeah.
Different days.
No, being Kyoto.
Shout out to Ben.
I mean, Adam O'Neil is going to be at WrestleMania for a week in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's awesome.
He came to the States twice last year.
What I'm saying, though, I'm going to see my friend from Ireland again.
Again. That's a funny,
again. My only friend from Ireland, by the way.
I wish Nick from Scotland would come with him again.
Yeah.
Oh. So I'll definitely be hanging out with him that week at some point.
And I even have non-wrestling fans or friends that listen to us because they say they enjoy the banter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Good
like
stuff,
that Red Day Brawl, baby.
Good stuff, my man.
Yeah.
Well, we have no other choice but to get into it.
Is Devyn?
Yeah, we have no other choice but to get into it because it's basically going to be do the match and go home, and Devyn's 2 topics.
That's either the match or the demographic. Which one we want to do first?
I do want to do one good thing because my niece has her own little podcast called Anything Goes, and she gives us a shout out every week. So I want to give them a shout out. It's called Anything Goes.
What age group does she? Because I cuss a lot.
It's a teenage girl thing.
This is the South. His niece is the same age as him.
No, she's not.
That just makes you an American family, my friend.
She just started college this year, but they started their own little podcast, and they give us a shout out every week. All of us. They mention everybody on there. So,
this is your turn to shout them out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it, and yeah, definitely.
So it's Anything Goes is the name of their podcast.
And what is it?
What is it?
I get the idea. Anything goes. Like they'll talk about anything, but is there anything specific?
No, it's Anything Goes. They just talk about anything.
Okay. That sounds great.
Makes sense.
Because that's pretty close to what we are.
they don't have no thing on the drive or
no outline or nothing.
Yeah, they don't have no outline. They just
you don't know that.
You don't know that.
Goes.
Anything Goes. So give them a listen.
You got it.
So
boy, you talk about hitting record and just going. Just hitting record and going. Shout out. So are we doing
let's get into it. Just get into it.
Yeah, he'll jump on sometime later. Who cares?
Yeah. We're only covering one match today for our fans out there, and I think it's a pretty good one. And it relates to, what I was saying. It is Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin. There's a fly in my face. For the TNT Championship. It's from an AEW Dynamite episode, I believe number 166, but it took place December 7th, 2022. And it emanated from the HEB Center in Cedar Park, Texas. Man, shout out to that, huh? The eyes of Texas are upon you. Shout out to the number 3 seed. Suck it, all the Florida State. Wah! Cry me a fucking river. Hook 'em, baby. But
Nice looking building. I have nothing funny to say about it.
you're damn right, because that's Texas.
No, Texas deserves to be in there
That's
with
not
Florida
what we
State.
need, right? That's not
There
what
we
we
go.
need.
Shout
Yeah,
out
great
to
looking
Alabama.
building. What's up?
Nothing.
Hell yeah. AGB Center in Cedar Park, Texas. It's, Austin area. It had an attendance of some say 3,600 or 3,600. Some say 3,200.
Anybody know what HEB stands for?
It's a
HEB?
grocery store. Health,
No,
eat,
I don't.
beauty.
I don't know. That's why I was asking. I have no idea. I thought it was like a
HEB has some sweet ass San Antonio Spurs commercials too. Go Spurs, go!
Houston event building. I don't know.
No, it's a grocery store chain, so it's probably like health, eat, beauty. I made that completely up. Can't wait to be told I'm wrong. Bryant, you got that correction on that?
Where you at?
Yeah, the attendance is 3,200 or 3,600 at a match length of 10 minutes and 26 seconds. And Meltzer, your boy, gave this 3 3/4 stars. But hey, that's the match. Mike, how did we get here?
All right. So, how we got here on camera was Darby was wanting his TNT title back. But
Here we go. Adam, go ahead. Hold
I
on,
found
Mike.
it. It's the guy's name. It's Howard E. Butt.
There it is. All right,
Man, I was
Mike.
better at HEB.
Yeah, this is HEB. His last name is Butt. B-U-T-T. Butt.
But
That's Butt.
It's probably
B-U-T-T.
Butte.
Butt.
Probably Butte.
He's
Howard
the younger
Butte.
son of Howard E. Butt the first.
that's amazing. Anyways, how do we get here? On camera, Darby Allin, he lost his TNT title. He wanted that bitch back. He wanted it back so bad, so he challenged Samoa Joe. But I went beyond this whole experience, and I called Uncle Dave, and I asked him the true story of what happened about this rivalry. And here's what he told me. He said, the week before, Darby Allin and Samoa Joe was backstage in catering when Darby Allin took the last chicken breast from catering. And Joe was upset because that's all he eats. He don't eat the legs. He don't eat the wings. He only eats the chicken breast. That's his favorite. But Joe let it go. He said, fuck it. Okay, shit happens. Maybe it no. But no, I'm serious.
He said those actual words?
Yes, this is what he told me.
I don't think you're not allowed to cuss during catering.
Yeah. But earlier this day, Tony Khan ordered a bunch of pizzas for everybody. And Samoa Joe wanted a P&P pizza. Brad, do you know what a P&P pizza is?
Pepperoni, pineapple.
Pepperoni and pineapple.
I love Samoa Joe.
P&P pizza. That's Samoa Joe's favorite pizza.
I love Samoa Joe.
So Tony Khan was nice and ordered Samoa Joe his personal P&P pizza. Well, he got there 2 people behind Darby Allin. What Darby Allin do? He picked up that P&P pizza, took it to his table. Samoa Joe's like, all right, well, maybe he likes it. I might go sit down and talk to him. Maybe we can share it. He got to the table. What was Darby Allin doing? He was picking off the pineapple.
Boo!
That's so un-American.
Hey, this ain't me saying it. This come from Uncle Dave.
This is the best build we've ever had on this
this is
show.
unbelievable.
He was picking off the pineapple. So, I don't like pineapple on my pizza. I just want pepperoni. So Samoa Joe looks over at the table. There's 10 other pepperoni pizzas right there on the table. He's like, well, what about this? He's like, I like the juices from the pineapple. I just don't like the pineapple on the pizza. So,
Oscar season's coming up, Mike, and you're about to win one.
yeah. So Samoa Joe is pissed. And he started some shit with Darby in the back. Darby's like, you know what? Screw you. I want to challenge you for that title. Whoever wins gets that PNP pizza every week and eats it every week. You can have my pineapple that I throw in the garbage. That's how we got
I like how it starts with chicken breast pizza, and it's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to get that belt. You know, like, are we fighting over food or are we fighting over the belt? Which one are we?
Well, the belt kind of comes out there, but it mainly comes from this PNP because Samoa Joe likes a pineapple on the pizza, and Darby Allin just likes the juice from the pineapple. He don't actually
I cannot believe this just happened. Good job, Mike. For
Dude,
sure.
P&P Pizza is an actual pizza restaurant in New York. His name is P&P Pizza.
So, you know,
Shout out New York.
Mike, I didn't see that coming. Definitely didn't see that coming. All I ask sometimes is just a little bit of effort. And my friend, true or false, it doesn't matter. The effort's there, and
That's the most effort I think Mike's ever put into
For
the show.
real. Most of the time, Mike's like, yep. You know?
All right.
Now he goes into
I
like,
had to do some deep down dirty diving on that one.
I feel like the food even had a
Like,
backstory.
oh,
You know what I'm saying?
You probably got one of the kids to look it up for you and write it.
Uncle Dave told me.
So, all right, let's get into it. James, who are the announcers?
Chat GPT. Go ahead.
James, who are the announcers?
Are you talking about the American syndicated version or
whatever.
The link you sent us?
Yeah.
The link you sent us, I have no idea. Even tried to look it up. But on the English domestic side, it is Excalibur, Taz, and it lists Tony Schiavone. I think he only said like one or two things though, which you could hear on the a real match, not the link that Brad sent us, which was the Bienvenidos. Some dudes.
I think it was Alex Abrahantes, to be honest.
Well,
Hey,
hey, Devyn's here. Nice shirt, asshole.
Hey, thanks.
Asshole. So,
Eagles fly.
Devyn, why is this in Spanish?
I have no
Because you
idea.
sent us that link.
That's the link you sent us.
I'm just reading Devyn's questions. So everybody at home knows.
I think he meant to send that to you personally, and you just wrote it on the notes.
Yep.
Why is this in Spanish?
So we watch this in Spanish. So as everybody knows, AEW does not have a streaming service. So a lot of what you get is from YouTube if they do have it at all. And I just saw this, thought it looked right. Started listening after I told everybody about it. Guess what? In Spanish.
At least it was a full match, not just clips.
Well,
they had
for
like
sure.
2/3 of the match on YouTube too.
That build was
with the English.
fucking amazing though.
So I thought that once I watched it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait and see who notices first. And it was Mike yesterday.
Tells you how quick we were to jump on this match.
So we have a dark.
I hit the SAP button on my computer. I just couldn't get it.
I did do that. I did. So Darby Allin entrance. Mike, is he absolutely indestructible?
Darby Allin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's climbing Mount Everest right now as we talk.
He absolutely throws caution
to
to the wind for sure. He does not care. He does anything. Samoa Joe at entrance. Adam, is he the epitome of a badass?
I hate to meet him in the back alley somewhere or anywhere shady in general because, yeah, he's legit badass.
And
he
who's
deserves every belt he carries.
And who's the referee? And what do you think of him?
It's your twin brother, Bryce Ramsberg, and he's very animated at times, but he can be a damn good referee when he wants to be.
Yeah, just not real happy with him on the main event last week, but you know what? Let's move on.
He's a great guy, too. I met him in Jacksonville when we were down there.
Devyn, what exactly is the TNT Championship?
The TNT Championship is pretty much AEW's version of the Television Championship. Television Championship we've seen in previous companies like WCW, and there's one in the NWA right now. It's more that middle card, like the next step before you get to the world title.
Are you calling Samoa Joe mid card?
If he's carrying the mid card title, then yes.
Oh.
Well, not anymore. Remember, he gave it up because it wasn't important enough. It wasn't important enough for him.
The Ring of Honor television title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other
Which Ring of
mid-card-
Honor doesn't even have a television streaming service. So.
I know the TV title, but no TV.
James, I have been very critical of Darby about being believable. I've changed my tune little bit. Why do you think Darby Allin, with his size and everything, is believable?
Because he gets thrown the fuck around everywhere, and that's believable because of his size. Like, and he crashes hard. Like, if you'll notice, when he hits the ground, like he hits it with authority. You know, I don't know if it's selling or just straight up wiping out, but he definitely goes full force into, like, you know, all of his moves.
And that's just it. That is what makes him believable, is that he throws caution completely to the wind and throws his whole body into it.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize what because I had real struggles with him wrestling, not even so much Samoa Joe, but like, I mean, we've talked about him and Brian Cage so many times, but when you are not afraid of anything in life, you know, you're a dangerous person. So that is good. So Darby with an aggressive start, dives out of the ring and misses, looks absolutely awful, Mike, doesn't it?
It does.
Like a line drive flip, right?
Well, I mean, Samoa Joe does this thing where he just like he's selling something, he sees him coming, he stands up and walks away.
I just never know. Darby is down. Adam has
I like that because he does it in a lot of his matches. Like, he'll sit there and sell, and he'll just stand up and boom, be gone.
Which brings
believe it or not, this is one of his safer bumps though, because the way he rolls out of it, it was actually not that bad. He's done some a whole lot worse, but the way he was able to roll through it, if the guardrail wasn't there, that was the rough part.
Well,
but it really wasn't that bad of a bump.
But this is the thing, Adam, and as a referee, I think it would be really hard sometimes to know whether he has legitimately injured or not. So what do you do in that situation?
You just got to check on him. There's a process they do. I don't want to give it out for everybody, but he'll go down there and, you know, and they've got a tail to where they're good or not. And you got to look at the shit Darby does, man.
Well, that's just it. You just never, to me, I never know. And I think I usually do know. I don't know with him. But so Joe's swinging Darby into everything outside of the ring. Joe lifts up the mat. Darby looks beaten. Now Joe lifting up Darby and throw him down, still on the outside. Devyn, you are a young man. Darby is a young man. Do you younger people think that nothing can hurt you?
Absolutely not. I get hurt all the time. I think it's just Darby Allin. Like he loves all the greats that put their bodies through literally everything. So he wants to follow right in their footsteps. And
yeah, he's gonna leave here and jump out of an
job.
airplane. He's gonna jump out of an airplane later this night. It's something like that. What this guy does, skateboard on a half pipe. You know, I mean, like, just
we've seen him get chucked down a literal block of cement stairs, and he's still wrestling. Like,
dude,
I don't know what's gonna stop
climbing
him.
Mount Everest for fun.
yeah.
Now that Nitro Circus shit, you know.
I mean, really. Darby fights out, but then a power slam by Joe. Darby's still on the outside, now on the apron, and throws Darby hard and fast into the post. Some theatrics here, but still. James, is there times when with Darby that you think that's it? And do you think Jeff Hardy tells him maybe chill out a little bit?
Well, I mean, think about that though. Jeff Hardy and Sting are still jumping off shit, so it would be weird if they were like, "Hey man, you need to tone it down." I'm gonna leap off a barricade, you know. But no, like this picture, you know, the move where he slams him into the post. He does like what, a 450 before he even hits the ground, and he hits the ground hard too. Like, you know, like I said earlier, just he is full force, like he's 110. You know, he's going for it.
So Bryce checking on Darby. Bryce finally counting after a minute. Devyn, I don't know if this is the part of the match you're talking about or not, but should they have been counted out?
It definitely is this part, and no, they shouldn't have been. Bryce Remsburg, he should have been counting, but even though he wasn't, Samoa Joe is still rolling in every like 5 or 6 seconds. At one point, he grabs Darby, throws him in, and then just whips him right back out to the floor. And like,
Right
that's
after
just
the
to break
post-
the non-count by the referee.
Right after the post here, Doc Sampson actually goes out there and checks on him. So that's another reason why he's not counting, because Doc's up there.
No,
Friend of the show.
I really loved that you wrote that in here, Devyn. So because that's something I didn't pick up on right away. So Darby in at 7. Now Joe on the attack. Big boot to Darby on Darby the senton and then a kick out into the senton and then a kick out. Darby tries to cross body out of the ring. My goodness, Brad. Joe catches him. Mike, are you just waiting for something to change? Because Darby is losing.
I'm waiting for Darby to get his ass whooped or some kind of move happen to him that it's like, holy shit. I'm waiting for that holy shit moment.
But then the holy shit moment happens. Darby pushes Joe into the steps. Now quickly into a coffin drop on the outside. And it's like almost like he's not hurt at all.
Great
that was
picture.
fast. Was that too fast, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, him getting caught like that, and I know he reversed it on to Joe, but I mean, he should have been selling a little bit more because he just got thrown into a middle post.
Yeah, agreed. Both men in the ring fast. Joe gets.
Hey, whose water bottle was that though? Was that a crowd person's water bottle, or is that what just one that was laying there? Because germs.
Sometimes they'll leave bottled water at the corners, one or two of the corners.
Super spreader, you know what I'm saying?
I love you for that, for real. Both men in the ring fast. Joe gets Darby almost into the coquina clutch, but Darby gets out. Darby with a face buster and a code red kick out Joe. Devyn, when you first watched this, or if it was this or before, would you think that would be it?
Yeah, kind of. Like the code red was a big move right here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was a great sell.
James, do you think Darby will ever change his character?
I think Code Red is amazing. Shout out Pepsi.
Shout out Code Red.
Shout
Love
out Code Red. Love that shit. I'm sorry,
Me
Brad.
too.
What was
Sometimes
the
I
question?
sometimes I actually have to have it.
Y'all said Code Red, and my mind went like, "Fuck, that's a good." Soda.
I'm gonna tell you right now, after a hangover day, and if it's the middle of the afternoon the next day and I'm still fucking thirsty, nothing is better than Code Red.
Dude, we had a sale on Code Red 12 packs at my store. Bought 4 of them.
Yeah. I don't drink them all the time, but when I drink them, I have to have them.
It tastes like juice. Like it straight up tastes like
Freaking
juice.
good. It's
so
freaking
bomb.
so good. So
What
good.
was your question? Sorry.
Who cares, dude? Let's just talk about Code Red.
Fucking A, dude. It's awesome.
I said, do you think Darby will ever change his character?
When his age starts with the number 3, I bet you he like, hey, I may need to tone this down, but I don't know though, because once you're in it, like that's your thing. So it'd be kind of hard for him to tone it down. I think he can, and then use some of these moves on like pay-per-views and stuff. Hello, but it's gonna be hard for him to tone down because of how his character is. But number 2, age, Father Time will definitely make him reconsider some things.
Adam, does the Canadian Destroyer hurt the guy's nuts that gives the move?
We'll do it next time we see each other. We'll do the
Not in Jersey.
Not in Jersey.
Yeah, I might still be going.
Yeah, well. All right, anyway. Where the fuck am I? Pump handle slam by Joe. Shows his power there, Mike, doesn't he? I mean, is Joe, Mike, like the most menacing heel you've ever seen?
Besides Brock Lesnar, yeah.
Oh, there you go. I'm just saying, Joe scares me. Really does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'll scare me. I mean,
he scared me as an announcer.
Yeah, well, I mean, kick him in the balls. He'll fall down to his knees.
That's a little man thing right there.
Darby.
Hey, I got to do what I got to do.
Nothing wrong with that. Darby biting Joe. Is that okay, Adam, because of the size difference?
Yeah, I think he can get by with it. I mean, because he's doing everything he can. He's just being scrappy. He's doing anything and everything he can to survive.
Darby with the coffin drop blocked by Joe into the coquina clutch. Was that absolutely flawless, Devyn?
Oh, so smooth. So smooth. Earlier we saw the coffin drop onto the outside, so it was kind of like Joe was waiting for it. He was on the ground. He knew Darby up top was going to go with one of those moves, and he caught him perfect.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about, like, he does it once, so then the second time, Joe's like, oh, I know what he's doing. And it was awesome. That was a great move.
I loved it.
Awesome.
You said pump handle slam. Where was that at?
That was the one-armed...
You mean the Uranagi?
Why don't you shut up?
Just wondering.
It's all pretty close.
No, way different.
Here we go.
Pump handle slam, he's behind and puts the arm.
It's like the rock bottom.
Hey, first off, it's been a while. So shout out. I think you know how
'Cause
they
you
have
got Pump
that
Handle Slam?
sign up that says 57 days since someone was injured. I think it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since Brad screwed up a move.
I thought it was the sign that said "Don't poison the pets."
Oh, I thought you meant it's been that long since you've been Pump Handle Slam.
Hey-o!
So then the Coquina Clutch is locked in, and Bryce actually calls the match because it looks like Darby passes out. I don't think he tapped out; he passed out.
Did he pass out though?
No, no, but I think that's what they were going for.
Because he sure as shit pops right back up.
So Darby talking shit, pushes Joe, headbutt Joe. James, wrong guy to piss off, isn't he?
Yep. Especially when he says I'm not dead, motherfucker, or something like that. And then and then Bryant with the sweet ass picture right after Darby says all that, whammo.
Pump Handle Slam. I mean, headbutt.
Anyway,
I love you, Brad.
Skateboard out, muscle buster from Joe from Joe to Darby onto the skateboard. Devyn,
onto the trucks, man. It's not like it was on the board; it was on the trucks. Yeah.
Wow.
Devyn, how the hell does Darby?
Good question.
How the hell does Darby sell this
You
move?
can break your fucking back like that.
You have to sell
He
it.
doesn't. I don't think he sells this move at all and just takes it like full force right in the spine. It's disgusting. And if you're watching with us, if you're here on Premier Streaming Network, you can see a great picture where his back is perfectly lined up with those trucks, like James said. And it's gross.
So, Mike, can you do any skateboarding tricks?
Yeah, I can bust my ass.
Perfect. So back at the Coquina Clutch.
Move.
Here comes Wardlow to break it up. Still not sure what he's doing today, huh, Adam?
Yeah, and talk about a wasted storyline back then, because they could have made some money together.
You never know.
Wardlow has been pushed and pulled. It's wasted talent.
I bet you he's wearing a hood right now, beating up MJF with the devil.
Ooh.
I need this to pay off.
I don't think it's
But
been
then
one
what are they
person.
going to do once it pays off? Like, then what's the next exciting thing?
I'm just saying, man. I feel like it's changed course a couple times, don't you?
Oh, it has. I
They
think the
started
Adam
it
Cole
without-
injury did a lot to it.
Yeah, without knowing where they were going. It's like that Black Scorpion thing. Hey, we're going to go ahead and do this. We'll figure out the rest later.
Yeah. Guys, that was a great match. I really enjoyed it. I got questions coming out the ass today.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to the people for...
I got one. Why this match?
It was on December 7th.
Hey!
I was just curious. It was just kind of like out of nowhere. Like, I wonder why they picked that match.
It was on December 7th, 2022. And that's
Okay.
as we record this, that's the date. That's it. That's today's agenda.
Want to give a shout out to our fans for reaching out on the socials and sending us messages. We love that shit because, we're just here talking. It's your show. So be sure to send them on all of your socials when, we post what the matches are going to be. Fucking send us some questions and we'll read them right here, right now on your show.
Or it doesn't even have to be about the matches. Whatever.
Yeah, because half of them are about Christmas. so
RJ Krasinski, this was sent to me privately. For your show, do you think Samoa Joe needs to win the AEW heavyweight title, or do you think he's over without it? And also, do you think he should have won the WWE heavyweight title, or was he enough there? Or was he over enough there?
He's over in AEW. I don't think he needs it. WWE, he should have.
Yeah.
I agree with James.
He
had the
should have
NXT.
won it. He should have won it in WWE. Right now, he's over. It wouldn't hurt him to win it, but
Well, if he wins it, is he just gonna fucking like, oh, here, somebody else take it?
yeah.
He was the NXT champion for a long time. And then when he got to the main roster, I feel like it never really... It had its moments. He had starts and stops.
Wendy!
I know you love that.
That was stupid. I fucking hate I'm going to go to your house and terrorize your wife and kids. I think that is the dumbest fucking...
I remember him facing him, though, and it was like a pin and a tap out at the same time. But the tap out from AJ Styles actually happened first, and the referee missed it. I thought that was very well done. But that was during that angle, so it's probably sour on you, James.
No, I mean, the match was good, but I just think it's just a stupid-ass way to do it.
I don't think he's going to get the main title. I don't think he needs it. I think he's just a menacing heel.
Yeah, he has some good storylines with him and Finn Balor. Him and the Demon, they had damn good storylines. I don't think he needs the belt anymore.
I think he's there to make stars. I don't think he's there to win the title. The
Exactly.
main title.
He's been around long enough. He don't need a title.
But he's always believable. He's always someone you can throw in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we answered your question, RJ. Bobby Duncan wants to know: do you think Darby would be where he is without being paired with Sting?
I think he will be.
Eventually.
I think that he already was there before Sting.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I love Sting, but I don't think Sting has done a whole lot to like launch Darby Allin.
But now you have Ric Flair with him.
Yeah,
like they really do put him with these veterans. But I think he was already there. I don't think
he was today's era of Jeff Hardy.
But he was a TNT champion already before this, is what I mean.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, Devyn?
Nice, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you guys, actually. Like, Sting hasn't added too much. They've had a couple of fantastic matches. Like, no doubt about it. It's added a great second half to Sting's career. 18th half to Sting's career. But, so no doubt I absolutely love the pairing, but I really don't think it's added too much for Darby.
Great.
Who do you think they could have paired Sting with that could have boosted their career?
That's a really good question, Mike. I don't know. Because I think this was the best option. Because they have a similar character.
Was it because of face paint?
Yeah. Crow thing, yeah.
That had to be it. I mean,
that is a good question.
That's it.
Mike
Whitaker,
friend of the show, asks,
Who's this guy that doing the show tonight? And where's our Mike Whitaker at?
Yeah. This is why me and Matt M are like the same person. Does Darby spell?
He's cooler. Don't degrade him.
All right, I'll give you that. Does Darby's spelling of Allin bother you as much as it bothers me?
Because he's all in on the character.
Boom, and he's all in on his moves. Yeah.
It does bother me.
That's the weirdest shit to get like. Is
that just like I'm not
OCD,
crying about it,
like,
but I've always noticed it. I've always noticed it. Like something's not right there. But yeah,
you know his real name, don't you?
No.
What?
Darby Allin's real name.
Joseph Whitaker, right?
It's Samuel Ratch. Ratsch.
Wonder why I didn't keep that.
Darby Allin sounds way better.
Anyway, Matt, love the question for real. And I love that
he's all in on wrestling. That's why.
And he was a great part of the All In pay-per-view. I don't know.
He was on the first All In.
Yeah, right. But that's not. He was already Allin.
And he was one of the four pillars when they had that match.
Yeah.
He actually went by Darby Graves.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna go on for a week now. All right, Ben Jones.
Shout out.
Yeah.
What is on your Christmas wish list this year?
A stripper and
PS5.
Cocaine and hookers. I'm with Mike.
18 to 28-year-olds. No boyfriends, no husbands.
No, mine
remember to clip that out, James. Clip that
out. What did anybody say? Anything? I don't know. Did anybody say anything for real? I actually asked this. No one's gonna like this. I asked for a Jason Kelsey jersey.
Yeah, nice.
And Taylor Swift. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Jason.
You're not going to get a Taylor Swift jersey?
My daughter has a shirt. It says I'm here for a football shirt. It says I'm here for Swift. I don't know.
Your daughter's a Swiftie.
Oh yeah, Lotus and Kendall, but Lotus even more so is a big time Swiftie. Yeah, she went to the concert this year. We had to remortgage.
How much was that? WrestleMania prices?
At least it was only one ticket. Yeah. What do you want, Mike?
Do what?
Yeah. What do you want for Christmas?
I said strippers and A-ball.
All right, Devyn, what'd you say?
I want a PS5. I'll be serious for a moment.
James, you said you wanted hookers too?
Well, no, I mean, I wanted a PS5 and I bought one. Like, shout out to the Pops for that Walmart discount. Yeah. And well, actually, I wanted GTA 6. because they said, oh, it's going to come out in 2024. They released a trailer. Shout out to Tom Petty, badass song on there. And shout out to Florida because it looks just like Florida in the game. And next thing you know, coming 2025. Man, fuck you. Gotta wait another year on this? Like, God.
Yeah, that's nuts. What'd you say, Adam?
I want my referee career to kind of pick up. I want to referee in more states.
Well, I heard New South's hiring.
There's a reason for that.
Oh, Richard.
Anyway, all right, Amy, what is some of your KOC Christmas traditions? I think we did this last year, Amy.
It's a Wonderful Life. When I lived around family and stuff, we would always watch It's a Wonderful Life. Because, every time a bell rings, Angel gets its wings.
I know I answered this last year. I know I did.
Answer it again. Fucking who cares?
We are going to see the Iron Claw.
You seen that last year too?
No, but we go to the movies. Mike, that was good. So yeah, we as you know, I'm remarried and we split the holiday and we lose the kids about 2:00 and we do our own thing and we go to the movies and we
lock
see
them doors and turn the lights down low. Yeah.
So definitely
what Brad does when the kids are away.
And we're gonna see the Iron Claw, and I really can't wait for that movie.
Hey, whatever you call it is what you call it, man. Keep it
Oh man,
give your wife that Iron Claw.
Anybody else?
No, actually, probably about Christmas Eve, we'll do bake some cookies. I got babies, so we'll bake some cookies and do some gingerbread houses, watch a Christmas movie, and go to bed early so Santa Claus can come.
So it's funny you say that, Mike. We actually, a week before Christmas, we go over a friend's house and the cookie baking goes on. I watch football with the guys and we have shirts.
Yeah.
And we do gingerbreads that night.
I can't wait to see Mike's daughter's gifts where it's like a frog and here's like a raccoon and here's a fox.
Yeah, that's one of them. She'll be happy with that.
Daddy, I got you a raccoon. She's like, where the fuck did you get that?
Yep. Any kind of hot sauce she's good with.
Devyn?
Well, currently as we're recording, it is the 7th day of December. My wife has watched 6 days of ABC's 25 Days of Christmas. So I guess that's our tradition so far.
What's your favorite thing they show on that ABC?
Elf. Elf's my all-time favorite Christmas movie. Shout out Will Ferrell. The GOAT.
He's probably lying. They probably watch Lifetime movies.
Every
big city girl goes back home, falls in love with a local guy. Boom. And then asshole X is trying to get back in with his money and everything. But she just wants the down home guy. Roll credits.
Every single one.
There you go.
And people think wrestling is stupid.
For real.
Or people think wrestling is fake. No.
Right.
Hallmark and Lifetime movies are fake.
I know people that watch that shit religiously and be like, I can't believe you watch wrestling. Well, Martha over here, did you know her husband cheated on her? So she killed him and got away with it. Roll credits.
By the way, did you know it's the same story? Heel, baby face.
Right?
Face turn.
Or heel turn.
Yes. Someone's broke, but they all still look like they have tons of money. Anyway, Adam, what do you got?
Just spending time with family, and I'll be the one handing out gifts and stuff for the kids, and we draw names and stuff. So my uncle's kind of stepping. He's the oldest one of the family. So I'm kind of taking over the gift handing out responsibility from now on. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that, man, because he's been doing it ever since I was a baby, ever since I could remember. So it's like my first year getting to do all the handing out for all the little ones, all up to the adults.
Do you dress up as Santa?
Tradition. Yeah, I get to be the Santa.
That's cool.
James,
so I'm actually looking forward to that, man. It means a lot.
Mm-hmm. James, you got something?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, yeah.
But, now that I'm alone, I don't know, watch. What day is Christmas on this year?
Monday.
Go to work. Oh, well, we're off Christmas Day, but then go right back to work Tuesday.
Me too.
I'm off for 2 weeks.
What the fuck?
Golly.
When's that start?
The 16th.
Man, good for you.
Is that the week you have your fire for the year?
Why don't they knock out all of your climbing through the vent bullshit in those 2 weeks? Nobody's going to be there. Nothing's going to be going on. They should have you climb through the vents then.
Well, yeah, but that's like 1 or 2 days, and that cuts out my unemployment.
Yeah.
So I take
We get it real here.
working, or I can
crew. You want the answers, we'll get them for you.
You're right.
Randy Alcarai.
That's what. No, I done told him. Give me 5 days worth of work, and I'll do it.
I believe you.
I'll do it. Give me 40 hours worth of work, and I'll do it. Oh no, we just need you to do this. That'd take me 8 hours. Cuts out of my unemployment.
Get it.
You know
Real
what I'm saying?
shit. Real shit here.
I'd rather work. Listen, I'd rather work because I make a lot more money working. But that 8
True.
hours, I mean, no, I ain't doing it.
Perfect. That's a great tradition.
Yeah.
Randy Alcarai wants to know, and I can't wait for this for James and Mike. Was Samoa Joe more ruthless in TNA, and do you think injuries changed his aggressive ring performance?
He was younger.
I love it. It's your dad. He was. I don't. You know what? Maybe his style in the ring may have been more aggressive, but he still has his personality has never changed to me. He's got that aggressive way about him. So
Yeah, probably the ring style, definitely.
he's 40-some years old now, right? I mean, of course
Yeah.
he's got to
Well,
change.
with Jeff Jarrett's podcast and Kurt Angle's podcast, I do kind of get a little TNA in there. And
Yeah,
it
you do. A
appears
lot
that
of
Samoa
Jeff
Joe
Jarrett.
was the dude in TNA, you know? Like
Dude,
what-
Samoa Joe, he was fucking badass in TNA.
Undefeated, right?
He was the Samoan submission machine and undefeated until Kurt Angle made the jump over to
And Kurt
TNA.
Angle said he shouldn't have beat him.
Yeah, so Samoa Joe was a literal beast. He would go
We
through
need to cover
anyone.
one of their matches, Joe and Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Is there a Christmas Day match we can cover?
No, I sent y'all one in the group chat.
Perfect. Do we know if it's more than 2 minutes?
Is it clips? Is it in Spanish?
So we got another one here from Amy Vaughn.
Feliz Navidad.
Uno momento.
Do you think Darby's alternative lifestyle, straight edge, yoga, meditation, etc., is the reason he has not had more serious injuries? He takes some of the nastiest bumps I've ever seen and doesn't seem to receive the type of injuries he should, like being dead. Man, we covered this in
Very good question.
and we
And,
definitely talked about it a lot during the match. But yeah, go ahead, James.
Maybe it is because he's more pliable and stuff like that, and resiliency and toughness, and yoga concentrates on that core strength and the inner you and all that stuff. So maybe it is pliable and like sturdy in his own like frame and all that stuff. But he does take these bumps like 110 miles an hour, but maybe it is the yoga and all that stuff.
I totally agree. There's got to be something like that. Just his, everybody else, yeah.
I just want to say pliability because that's cool. We don't get many good words on our podcast.
I do like the word pliability. Now, Devyn, Mike, you agree?
Yeah, pliability is a great word.
I love the question. I love the way she worded it. Yeah, I heard that late. Where are your eyes, Devyn? Yeah. Matt M again wants to know, who do you think has the most cumulative career mic time on Raw? Triple H, Rollins, or Cena? Well,
Triple H probably has the most time on Raw.
It's 100% Triple H.
He would walk out and talk for 25 minutes with come on.
Cena's got some mic time.
And you're gonna listen. Adam's gonna listen. Devyn's gonna listen.
That was actually when I wasn't watching.
Brian's gonna. If he came out tonight, you would listen.
Well, because he's in a different role now.
Yeah,
that's Paul Levesque walking out. That's not Triple H.
If any three of these guys walked out, we'd listen to them right now.
Yeah,
Rollins?
nostalgia. I hated Cena. I thought he was a fucking, cereal fucking what color Fruit Loop or M&M is he gonna wear today? Different color T-shirts and all that stuff. But when he returned after that one, the end of that one Roman match, and he returned, I was like, "Oh, let's go!" Yeah, for real.
When John Cena says, "Hey,"
and they're like Roman and Paul Heyman turn. Oh, awesome.
When John Cena says, "You can't see me," I'm like, I don't want to see it.
Boom.
So
I love Cena.
Mike Bober wants to know, do you think Darby should turn on Sting and be his final opponent?
No.
No.
I think he should be his final opponent.
Shout at the good
I think it should be his
side of
final opponent, but
Pennsylvania.
not as a heel.
No.
It's what's going to happen.
No.
No.
They're going to fight.
No.
It's the end of a story. It has to happen.
No.
What story?
No. What the fucking what story? What? What kind of? You got Mick Foley wannabe against Sting.
I don't like what you just said.
Cry me a river.
Yeah, I don't think he's a Mick
ambulance?
Foley wannabe.
Definitely not a McFoley wannabe.
Oh, I've never seen Mick Foley do a dive like that.
Wow. Okay.
I think they're both extreme, but definitely different styles.
They both wear the damn face makeup.
Mick Foley didn't have face makeup.
I'm talking about Darby and Sting. That's the only fucking thing they got in common.
Yeah, Mike, you're making a turn here.
No,
Brad, I agree with you, Brad.
I don't want to see it.
I think it's going to be it, whether we want to see it or not. I think it's going to be it.
I think Sting loses and gives the
Yeah, exactly.
Not want to see it.
I think it's Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal putting over Sting and Darby.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
I agree with that. I think that's what's going
That
to
I
happen.
can do with. That I can do.
But you know who's going to win that match?
Yeah. So who gives a
can do
shit?
that.
We knew the Ric Flair.
We need more story. I need more story
than
than that.
We knew that.
I need more story than that. Yeah, but Ric
I
Flair's
see
last
that.
match wasn't an independent
This
show.
is Sting's last match.
But it's not an independent show.
Can Sting go 20 minutes, 25 minutes?
And a tag
Yeah,
team
you
in a
match.
match
can't
with
watch that
Darby?
motherfucker jump off a barricade multiple times.
In a one-on-one match, though? Those have always been
Yeah.
tornado
I think he's
tags or
tagging.
three-way.
I think
he's
if this is his
tagging.
last match, he'll leave it all out there.
And he'll tag with Darby to beat Double J
Alright.
and Jay Lethal.
I'd rather see him fight against Brian Cage instead of Darby Allin in his last match.
What are we doing?
Or
All right. So Randy Elkerai wants to know.
Is my opinion not matter to nobody?
What opinion?
Boy.
Is Joe the Pedro Morales? This is Randy Elkerai. Is Joe the Pedro Morales
No.
of the 20 teens and 20s? Pedro was late 60s into the 70s. Good wrestling, held a bunch of titles in smaller promotions. Work champion, once solid, but never got over. Tremendously big. Sounds a lot like Joe. Any thoughts?
No.
Just because you don't
Sounds
know
like Joe.
doesn't make it a no. I don't know. I don't fucking know. You kidding me? Pedro Morales? I don't know how to answer this.
I have no idea what the fuck.
I think we need to have your dad back on the show to give us a history lesson.
I
Do any of
consider
you
that.
even know who Pedro Morales is?
I
Like,
most
you've
will
seen him in
certainly
the
do.
matches?
I most
Yeah.
certainly.
was
I mean, Brad.
an
I don't know for
Intercontinental
sure, but-
champion, right?
You could
was
you could count on Pedro
WWF
Morales to
champion.
have a damn good match with anybody, just like you can with Joe.
I
Pedro
love when-
Morales
Season
was the
resemblance.
first. He was the first Triple Crown champion in the WWF history. So
I could see where Randy's coming from.
And he was
Shout out
around when
Brian.
Vince McMahon wanted someone from every Vince McMahon Senior wanted a representative from every demographic, right?
100% true.
You got anything to say there, Bryant?
you are correct.
Okay, good.
Hey,
Thank
record
you,
that.
thank you. All right, so one more question, and this is from Gavin from Rochester.
Nice.
It's
Shout
great
out.
to see Brad has brought back ranting. I wish he could place my finger on who did it first. If it's not, it's cool. That's from freaking RJ. Ringside rant.
With the T-shirt you got on you.
Shout out New York.
Shout out RJ, love you, buddy. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for the questions this week, everyone. Appreciate it. And back to you, James.
There's a lot of good feedback. Appreciate the fan questions. Keep them coming. Because it's your show, so we don't mind doing your questions. In fact, the Ask the Crew full episode was awesome because it was easy. We didn't have to prepare nothing.
One of our
for
most
whoever
popular
collected
episodes
whoever collected the questions,
Yeah.
they had to do something.
until Efren came on.
Pretty much, I don't do much. Is what I'm getting at. I like the least amount of preparation is awesome. You know what else is awesome? Devyn. So Devyn, let's go with your topic, I suppose.
Another edition of No Our Crew.
No, it is not.
Back away from the microphone, guys.
So I have a question for you guys. What's the oldest person you've ever gotten in a fight with?
Like physical fight?
Yep. Physical fist fight.
Why are you asking? Just go with your side. You're asking this for a reason. What happened at work? Who'd you beat up? Did some
you and your
old man show
grandmother-
you old man strength and knock your ass out? Is that what
Did
happened?
you and your
Did you
grandmother get
guys
into an
see-
argument, Devin?
The UFC Michael Chandler getting in a slap fight with Ric Flair and then tackling him in the bar.
It's a work, bro.
It's
Are we
only
sure
because
about
he's
that?
going to get you.
You can
Can we
see
play?
Ric Flair throwing a punch here on
Is that what you
Premier
call that, a
Flair
Sports
get
punch?
taken to the
Network.
ground. He's old.
Michael
I don't know if
Chandler
you-
would then proceed to slap the crap out of Ric Flair and tackle him onto the ground. And I just think that doing anything to a 74-year-old man is kind of ridiculous.
Well, you tell Karen Jarrett the next time you see her, because her heel was the one that jabbed him in the forehead.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
that was
know why he
clearly-
does that slap fighting stuff. I bet that's what they're working to.
I feel like fighting an old person.
Next week,
You're the oldest one on the show, though.
Stanton. Brad beat the hell out of an old person.
I probably
Yeah, I
lose.
know a guy from work. He got his ass beat by an old person, and then he got arrested for fighting the old person. Just saying.
As he should. Oh,
Just saying.
well, thank you
He
for
got-
those
he
pictures,
got in a
Brian.
fight with an old person. Got
I
his
think so.
ass.
I think it's
that
a work.
old person. Cops are called, and then he got it arrested.
Uh,
What an old person.
don't worry, Devin. The meat minute's over.
Oh, all right. Well, back to you, James.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh, good stuff, man. Nothing like yeah, hey, old man strength is a real thing. And shout out to that question. You know what else we could shout out to? I guess what are we doing here? December 14th, Brad? Is that what we're doing next?
So as
We
we record this,
skipped
it's December
number 9.
7th.
Huh?
But what's that? No, we did
skipped
not.
number 9.
No, we
Next
didn't
week?
skip
No,
it.
we did not. We
We
did that
waited
waiting
for
on
you.
your ass to get
We waited
back
for you for the
from,
match.
You
We missed
were
it.
too busy doing a backcourt violation. You took too much time off the clock. Didn't advance the ball, and I had to do my ramble on Jones before you got here.
There was actually a backcourt violation today that the ref didn't call. The whole stand started screaming, "That's a backcourt!" It was bad. But Governor got blew
that's
out by
signal.
like 22 points. So
Shout out to
That's
the
not-
referees.
Are we doing next week?
No, I got December 14th right now. We're doing that. So as we record this, it is December 7th. As it airs, it is December 14th. So let's talk about
Next
December
week.
14th. December 4th as it airs. So December 14th, 1969, Scott Hattenberg was born. Who's Scott Hattenberg, you ask? Well, he is still alive, baseball player for oh man, Brad. Oakland Athletics. He was the one that they
There'll
brought
be no
in.
more here soon.
They brought in because he was a catcher, but he no longer could throw. So they brought him in as a first baseman because in the movie Moneyball, they were looking for people to get on base. If you saw the movie Moneyball, he hit the big home run when they were to extend the Oakland Athletics win streak to 20 games. And if you saw the movie, it was a great part and everything. So that being said, December 14th, 1969 was born. So what is your favorite baseball movie? After all that bio, this sounded way better when I rehearsed it.
Favorite Dreams.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 options, and if you think there's a better option, go right ahead. Bull Durham, Major League, or Rookie of the Year?
Oh, fuck yeah. Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, go. All right, good answer, Mike. Devin, what do you think?
I literally love all 3 of them. I'm gonna go with Major League though. I love Major League 1 and 2. But shout out to the movie 61. That's my all-time favorite baseball.
I
movie.
love the movie 61 too, but I didn't think anybody would have seen it.
Of
Roger
course I've
Maris.
seen it. It's about my Yankees.
I do love that movie. Made for HBO. Can watch it anytime if you have HBO. And
Fucking
Max.
Yankees.
Go ahead, Adam.
Matter of fact, I got the movie right. Oh, I don't know what about it. The movie 42, the one about Jackie Robinson.
You like that one? It's good.
Yes, the one with Chadwick. You know they did.
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman.
Phenomenal movie.
Yeah, both. Yeah, I
Also
think that was
Draft
one.
Day.
I think that's one of the best ones.
James.
Major League 1 and 2 are fucking epic. I really love those movies. I will say for Love of the Game with Kevin Costner. Sweet. Silence the mechanism, and he just silences the crowd, and he's I fucking love that movie. It's long
I have
as
mixed
shit.
feelings on that movie.
It's like 3 hours. It's way long as fuck, but I love it.
There's some
But,
sad parts of that
The
movie.
Major League, hey, motherfucking Father Time is fighting against him. He's throwing the perfect game. He knows he's done pretty much after that. His on again, off again thing is going on. Like, hey man, just clear the mechanism. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Kevin Costner.
Relax, clear the outside world and just fucking do your shit. I love it. I like that. And Major League, awesome.
Shout out to Kevin Costner. Bull Durham, he's done. He's done Field of Dreams, and he's done For the Love of the Game. All baseball movies.
How have we forgotten about The Sandlot?
I haven't.
Oh, hey, and the rookie, that guy, I went to school with his nieces. The rookie, the guy that
so random.
Oh yeah, he came to town, like did a bunch of pictures, or
the real rookie, the one.
Yeah,
he
the
played.
real dude.
Yeah,
I went to.
I love that movie too. That movie's excellent.
Yeah, and it's legit. A lot of that was like they kept it kind of real. They didn't really Hollywood that up that much.
I think baseball movies are the best sports movies.
Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
What is it?
Walter Matthau or Billy Bob? Walter Matthau or Billy Bob?
We'll get there.
No, I like both of them. Billy Bob's good, but Walter Matthau's just.
Go ahead, Brad. We're jumping the gun on Brad.
Angels in the outfield.
Actually, I got confused there. So, Johnny Jeter, born December 14th, 1981. Who's Johnny Jeter? He was part of the Spirit Squad, and he was Johnny. So, what's your favorite annoying stable from wrestling? I have a few here, and then, of course, you can pick another one, too. How about Right to Censor? How about the Trustbusters? Which is Davari, Sonny Kiss, Slim Jim, and BSK. Or how about the Millionaires Club from 2000 WCW, which is obviously the best time in WCW, right? And which had Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, DDP, and Sting, Sid Vicious, Kurt Angle, and Lex Luger. So,
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
That's not a stable, that's two people.
They stabled their ass on my TV, and I wish they stabled their ass off.
Most annoying stable. What do you guys think?
The
Elite.
Right to Censor, the Elite. Devyn?
Not the Elite, but definitely Right to Censor.
The young.
Their music sucked. Dead ass. I hated it.
How about you, Adam?
It's between Right to Censor and the Main Street Posse.
I'm going back to the Spirit Squad. I love that.
What about the Oddities?
I love the Spirit Squad.
I love the Odyssey.
Oddities, and this is the Oddity.
I did love the Oddities. I love them.
A little bit twisted. I'll gladly admit it. I can unscrew my head off and shoot hoops with it.
Insane
You can't, so you got to label us weird, even though your mom has a beard. What? Everybody come see the greatest show. Yeah, shout out.
James, you ready for a layup?
Whoop, whoop, fam.
You ready for a layup?
Yeah.
DK Metcalf, born 1997. He's the wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. Born December 14th, 1997.
Damn.
So now we're talking football movies. The Program, Friday Night Lights, and Varsity Blues.
The greatest movie of all time. You know my answer. Y'all go ahead. You know my answer. Varsity Blues is the best movie of all time, followed closely by Goodfellas.
Go ahead, Devyn.
Followed by Goodfellas.
My favorite's The Replacements. So.
Oh, that is a good movie too.
Shout out Keanu Reeves.
How about you, Mike?
Varsity Blues. Love that
Adam?
movie.
Varsity Blues, 100%.
I love the Program.
Damn.
I do love Varsity Blues, though, but I do love the Program, so I'm going to go with the Program. But anyway, guys, that was fun. December 14th is a great time.
10.
Have you guys ever watched Blue Mountain State?
Little
No.
bit.
I love that show. This is about a college football team.
Yeah.
It
And
was
at the
great.
Boise State with the blue field.
Yeah, I do like that blue field.
I saw that when we
They
were
do
doing our.
birds. They fly into it all the time and end up,
When you
You can
first see
just-
that, you're like,
You can
What?
just walk up to that stadium. I mean, it's right there at the edge of the road. That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
so that's it. That's something different. Back to you, James.
Hell yeah. You know what else is different? Oh, wait a minute. It's the same. And what are we watching? Well, we'll go to Devyn. So sorry, transition music. Devyn, what do you got?
So I got a bunch of stuff. First,
Oh boy.
Shout out to
Why does your
Georgia.
transmission music sound like The Price is Right? I'm sorry, Devin.
It was actually Do the Hustle. Do the Hustle.
Felt like I was on Price is Right. I was looking for Bob Barker.
I just wanted to do transition music because supposedly we need that. Boom. Shout out. There's my ringside rant, if you know what I'm saying. Ha ha. Go ahead, Devin. The floor is yours.
So I'm gonna give a shout out to the University of Georgia because their former defensive backs coach Fran Brown is now the University of Syracuse head coach. So thanks for letting Syracuse Orange take him.
You got a good one.
All right, so number 2, WWE fans or WWE bans Jey Uso from using the word yeet.
Shout out.
Yeah, they literally blurred his yeet shirt last week on the promo on the promo that he was cutting before the main event. So WWE has been rumored to have been trying to trademark the word yeet, and they were unable to because it's already trademarked as a public word. So they just cut it. Jay can no longer use it.
Insanity.
That's what I didn't know that's what that was blurred out. What it was. I was wondering what that was.
Yep, and so Jay and Cody aren't saying yeet anymore. They're not selling the yeet shirts on. Well, they might still be available now on WWE Shop, but they're limited. Thanks for Mike for bringing this to my attention. But number 3 on NWA Power last week, Thrillbilly Silas Mason had to face his longtime partner Devyn Dixon from the Mason-Dixon line for Thrillbilly's National Heavyweight Championship. After Thrillbilly had beat him in a very respectful and honorable match, the rest of the Southern Six would come out, and Thrillbilly would join in with him on beating down Devyn Dixon and turning on his longtime partner. So it's official. The Mason-Dixon line is no more.
So does that make Thrillbilly a complete heel?
It definitely does. Makes the Southern Six heels all the way.
Were they kind of tweeners before that?
Yeah, because they'd face either heels or baby faces. The crowd will get behind them, but they'll also boo them just because they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But EC3, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Jax Ding came down to make the save for Devyn Dixon. And
Boo.
EC3's a known babyface in the NWA, so that definitely puts Kerry Morton and Alex Taylor, the ones who are probably going to be across the ring from Jax Ding and EC3 eventually.
Thrillbilly for life.
We say tweener like 25 times an episode. Oh, I got the tweener. Oh, they're tweeners. I'm tweened out.
So number 4, shout out to the New York Yankees for getting Alex Verdugo from the Boston Red Sox and then going out and making one of the biggest trades in my lifetime, getting Juan Soto from the San Diego Padres to come home to the Bronx. So shout out. He's going to be repping number 22 this year, playing left field.
Hell yeah. Spending money always works out for them.
Well, it does most of the time.
When's the last time they won one? 09? Yeah.
It
really works out.
Hey. All right. In my 5th and final Devon's demographic this week, the San Francisco 49ers own the NFC East. Man, it doesn't matter who they face in the NFC East. They just smack all of them around, put up 42 points,
hey, maybe
barely allow any touchdowns. Man, it is fun being a 49ers fan.
I would enjoy the regular season too.
Yeah. You know, they used to call Barry Bonds Mr. May.
All right, we'll see you guys in January.
No doubt.
Back to you, James.
Yeah, so shout out to that, Devin, and after this weekend, which by the time this airs, you know, who knows what'll happen. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna get into it. But you know, There could be
Just so
a
you
new
know, before that
Go
game
for it.
actually happens, I'm on your side this weekend, James.
Thank God, we need you.
I've been waiting for you to be on my side once. It's a good time to be a football fan with the three of us, though. Seriously.
Yeah, fuck
We're
the
all
Eagles.
decent teams. I know Eagles didn't play well last week, but it is what it is, and there's always next week. So when you're all
Right? And what are we doing next week, Brad?
Go ahead, Adam. Go ahead, announce it.
All right, so I believe we're gonna be doing the Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt Miracle on 34th Street match.
December.
It was on Monday Night Raw, December 22nd, 2014.
Perfect.
So that episode will actually drop on the 21st.
I'll be doing that from the Funhouse.
That'd be awesome, man. Be right on time. This trademark thing, I didn't know some kid already trademarked it. That's insane, man. I've been sitting here reading it while y'all were rambling.
You stay true. You stay so true. Like, it's like the third or fourth time this episode you've chimed in on something that we've already moved
Some
on.
kid from Virginia, like, trademarked it 2 years ago.
I'll be damned.
You want to? Should we revisit the rankings? I'm kidding.
Yeah, because Devyn wasn't here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, God,
really
we're
sorry.
Brian,
sorry.
you got any
West-
corrections? What are we
West
doing?
Virginia. Sorry, West Virginia.
Ain't doing it.
What was
Brian,
that, Mike?
any corrections?
No,
no.
pretty clean show today, guys.
Yeah.
Nothing really to correct on you
We
guys.
only have one match, so I bet there is nothing really to correct.
I almost pissed you off about Pedro Morales, but I mean, I didn't watch him regularly, but I know who he is. Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait for the
would
phone call from my dad. You assholes pretty much buried the question on your show.
Well, I wouldn't say it pissed me off. I was just intrigued as to how many people other than Brad actually knew or seen any of his matches, watched him wrestle, anything like that.
I mean, it's just a couple. I mean, I wasn't a regular watcher back then. I wasn't alive. Or was I?
Search him after this.
Hell yeah. And,
All right, back to you, James.
yeah. And I want to thank everybody for this episode. A little bit loose, looser on this episode because we run such a tight ship.
Yeet.
So it's good to be a little loose on this episode. Had a bunch of fun. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed kicking it with you guys. Enjoyed kicking it with the fans. Appreciate the questions. Always reach out to us on your socials. And like I said earlier, kind of cool, kind of needed this, and it was fun to do. Had a lot of fun. Maybe that's because Devyn wasn't here for most of it, but I digress. No, I'm kidding. But no.
Hey, don't eat nobody's pineapple and pepperoni pizza. Just saying. Might get your ass whooped.
P&P can also.
And speaking of that, I want to thank everybody for all the positive feedback. If you like what we're doing, please be a friend and tell a friend. Maybe start them off with some clips, and then they'll come around because everybody comes around because hey, it's your show. We're just people hanging out. It's your show. Want to thank the guys for joining us. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. And it's the holiday season, and the holiday season is almost over. So always remember, just keep ring, ring, ringling, ting, ting, tingling. Just a little bit more because. Oh, good grief. Because my goodness. Sorry, something hit the chat. But anyway, it's all about finding your peace. And so you have to escape and find your peace because there's so much bullshit that'll weigh you down. And hey, if you break away from that and just fucking relax for a little bit with us, then you can come back and get back onto the grind. And guess what? Kick out it too. Because you can take all those troubles, kick out from them, and keep fucking pushing on and be a champion. Because, you are a champion. We're all champions. And we're champions here on your show because we kick out it too. Because that's what we do. The Kick Out Crew. Appreciate it this week, guys. Had a fucking blast doing this episode. And guess what? We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Yeet!